Alright guys, welcome back to another Dice Throw and How to Play video. Today we're going to be looking at the Ice Climbers, another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate homebrew character by Kevin the Hull, which you can find on the Dice Throw homebrew Discord if you want to talk to him about his characters and if you want to comment on them or play them. He can give you the link to the Steam mod to play them. So, the Ice Climbers, they have a companion called Nana, because as you know, there are two Ice Climbers, the main one and then the pink one, which is called Nana, which is your companion that you can use and activate the siblings together tokens, which you can get up to 5 from. So, first let's look at the hero setup. You begin the game with Nana in sync. It has two sides, the gang up and in sync side. You start on the in sync side first. Dice anatomy, 1, 2, 3 is hammer, 4, 5 is ice cold, and 6 is freeze. Have no passives, but your passive is usually just going to be the Nana token here. Alright, so the main thing about this is that you may spend siblings together tokens once per turn to activate one of Nana's actions. Then immediately set this companion to its in sync side if this action is done during your roll offensive phase, or if it's gang up side, or to its gang up side if during every other phase. So basically, if you do one of these actions, if you do it during your roll offensive, it stays on the in sync side, it flips to the in sync side or stays there. If you do it during any other phase, then you switch it to its gang up side. And both sides activate different types of ability attack modifiers. Like here, if Nana's in gang up side, add 2 damage to your straights. If Nana's on gang up side, roll 4 dice instead of 2 for this ability double whammo. But there's also ones that say if Nana is the in sync side, gain siblings together token, otherwise inflict dice cube. So many different abilities, but we're going to begin with Nana in sync like it says, and let's say we activate this. If Nana's in sync, we heal 3 and gain 3 siblings together tokens. We gain 3 of these tokens. And deal 3 undefendable damage, and yeah, so we're gonna deal 3 undefendable damage. Let's clone our opponent up here. 3 undefendable damage, like so, and we have 3 siblings together tokens to use. So we can use these siblings tokens during this offensive roll phase, but we're not, because what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our main phase 2, which happens after our roll offensive phase. We're going to spend 2 of these tokens and inflict Frostbite. You can spend 2 to inflict Frostbite. You can also spend 2 to remove 1 negative status effect from a attacking player's board. So basically, you can prevent 3 damage as long as something is on the attacking enemy's board that is negative, such as Frostbite or Dice Cube. Spend 3, you can change the value of any dice to a 3 or 4, or you may alter the dice that is affected by Dice Cube, effectively putting on another dice if you want to move it to another one. And then during any main phase, shuffle up to 3 cards into your deck and draw 3. So basically, it's a discard 3, draw 3, spend 4 tokens. But we're not going to do that because that's kind of lame. Anyway, we're going to inflict Frostbite on our opponent, like so, and then we're going to pass to them. But since we did do this on our main phase 2, not our roll offensive, we get to switch this to the gang up side because we did this on a non-offensive roll phase, and therefore we switch it to the gang up. Alright, so what does Frostbite do? So, at the beginning of their turn, a player inflicted with these tokens, Ice Climbers will roll 1 dice per token that is on the player, stack limit of 2. For the remainder of that phase, the player receives 1 isolated damage for each die face that shows the rolled numbers when they activate an ability. So what this basically means is that before they start their offensive, we're going to roll a dice. Alright, so there's a 4. So if this player activates any ability with a 4 in it, they will take 1 isolated damage per 4 that they use. So they rolled a 4. Let's say that, let's see what this. Let's say they roll a ton of 4s. Let's say that they want to activate this ability right here that requires 3 ice, cold, and 1 6. Well, they have that. But the problem is that let's say they rolled 3 4s and they rolled a 2. That means that they would take 1 damage per 4 that they use to activate an ability. So they would want to roll 5s and 6s, but they only rolled 4s, so take 3 damage, 1 isolated damage for every 4 they roll because of Frostbite. So very powerful token, but again, they can avoid it if they get lucky. So let's say they activate this and they deal 9 damage, and they deal 9 damage to us, so 9 incoming damage. We roll our defensive, which is roll 3 dice, re-rolled all ice hammers, we roll the 1, 2, 3. So on a pair of ice hammers, deal 1 damage back to our opponent. If Nana is in sync, which she is not, so we don't have to worry about that. But if she was, then we'd gain 1 sibling for ice cold, which we didn't roll any ice cold anyway, but they hit us with 9 damage. Alright, so now gang up is up. So let's see here. Let's say we activate this. Deal 5 damage, and if Nana is in sync, gain siblings together, otherwise inflict dice cube. Since it's not in sync, we're going to deal 5 damage and inflict dice cube on our opponent. So our opponent's going to hit us with 1 from their defense, and we're going to hit them with 5. So what does dice cube do? Dice cube means that we place this dice on the highest roll during their first roll. So they roll their dice for their first to roll offensive. They rolled a 5. They rolled 2 5s, but you only have 1 dice cube token. So not both 5s, but just one of the 5s gets dice cube. So this dice cannot be rolled for the rest of their roll offensive. They can roll all the others, but they can't roll this. So since we already have a 5, I think they're just going to go for a small straight because they already have it. And then just try and get a 1 or a 6. They did, so they activate small straight. And dice cube gets removed. So dice cube means that you can't re-roll your highest dice that you rolled during your first roll attempt of your offensive roll phase. For the player that's inflicted, not you. It's a negative status effect. But yeah, that's basically the thing about Ice Climbers. It depends on which side Nana is used. We only have 1, so we can't even use this. But let's say we have a couple more over the course of the game, and it's on the gang up side. Let's say we're gonna take 10 incoming damage. So we're gonna roll for our defensive. All right. So since it's on the gang up side, we are only doing 1 damage back because we rolled a pair. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend 3 tokens. We're gonna spend 2 of our 5 tokens, and then we're gonna inflict frostbite. Sorry. This one's really hard. This one's really tricky because this one right here says you prevent 3, but a negative status effect has to be on the opponent. So they have to have frostbite before they get attacked, which is very weird because there's really no effect that stays on there. So it's kind of useless to do that. So honestly, no. I don't know why you would ever do this. This is one of the things, this is why I want people to comment on these characters, because this one is kind of useless because if you're activating your defense against an attack, they've already gotten rid of their roll offensive. So Dice Cube is already gone because they've already activated an ability. It gets off once they activate an ability. Oh, it says at the conclusion. So it's just this one. Okay, so this one is on. Oh, and this has persistent on it, so this doesn't get removed anyway. So this stays on no matter what. So they already have this because it stayed on them from last turn. Okay, so this works. Never mind. Spend 3 of these, and we prevent. Oh, we only have to spend 2 of these to prevent 3 damage. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to. I know it's confusing, but this character is kind of a confusing character to work with. But if they have a negative status token like Frostbite, which is persistent, so it stays on them until they remove it themselves via maybe, I think there's one of these cards. Yeah, if they use this card, they spend 2 CP, they can transfer this Frostbite to me with that card, or remove all status effects as well, does the same thing, just removes it from them. But Frostbite stays on them until they remove it themselves, so it's forcefully on them forever. So this ability only works right here, spend 2 to prevent 3, only works if there's a token on them that's negative. Which is confusing, I know. I don't really know why the creator did this. I also think that this one down here is completely useless. Spend 4 of these tokens to draw 3 cards. I don't think that that's really useful, especially in the game of Dice Throne, where it's more about dealing damage. Drawing cards is powerful, but also it's not like... I just don't think it's very useful to draw 3 cards, because you're discarding 3 cards to do so. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a mulligan because your hand sucks? I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. That's Ice Climbers. It depends on if Nana's on the gang up or in sync side, activates different ability sets. You just have to be careful when you're activating abilities that Nana's on the correct side for you to activate these abilities. But yeah, that's going to do it for Ice Climbers. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember to like if you like this, if you don't, subscribe down below if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!